I started in May 8th, 1979, and under the library staff, I considered myself the little hen under the librarian's wings. There was 3 staff members at that time, plus the head librarian. So that was basically almost out of high school. When I was first started here in '79, that was in the olden days to me, because it was an old-fashioned card catalog, where the students had to thumb through the authors, titles, subjects, and so there was really no technology. And then I graduated to MS-DOS, 5.5 quarter, inch floppies, for my desk computer. Of course, I didn't really want to graduate. The librarian says it's time, so I said, okay, let's do this. So, and then from there, as of today, the documents are stored, in the cloud somewhere, and mysteries, where you have gigabytes, of storage. So yes, technology has really improved the days, where the students would do their research by indexes, and that took some time. And we may or may not have had the journal, that they needed for their research. But now the computer, can do the research for the students. Years and years of documents, and it saves them much time. Our library director at the time, he did a wonderful job, post Katrina. That was a trying time, and it took years for us to get back, to our campus. We all migrated to the old Garden Park Hospital building, and the entire staff for the library, as well as the campus, was in this hospital area, in which we were close to one another. I mean, my boss was, just not but 3 feet away from me. And so needless to say, the family, atmosphere, was experienced, during those times. More so, than, being spread out, on the campus. But since then, I've seen, the library as well as the campus come back, bright, and we are experiencing, what I would say a growth period, from those times. Most of my colleagues claimed that they had been visited by a ghost, mainly over in the old library, but I never was, for some reason. And of course I was, one day I was, in what I would call the in between the buildings, but it was a closed-in area of the library, and I was, putting some books, together by call number order, and one of the colleagues, from the physical plant, he decides that, he's going to try to scare me, and he did a fairly good job, but of course, right at first I thought I was visited by the ghost. But You know, I went running up the ramp, and you know, that individual, you know, started laughing at me. But yeah, there were many ghost stories. You know, they even wanted to have a slumber party. You know, at one time, you know, the library staff, you know, and you know, just see, you know, what the ghosts would do. But that never did take place. The most important part of my job over the years, you know, that has been helping the faculty, staff, and students. That's to this day, you know, I still enjoy, you know, knowing that I've made a difference in somebody's life.